Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of GameSwift Townhall. Today, with us, we have two special guests. One of them that you know very well, and you've been waiting for a long, long time. We've all been missing you, Mr. Paragraf.
I missed you too. Welcome, guys. Welcome, GSWIFT fam.
Yeah, and someone that we haven't known yet that we're missing so much, Paweł Łaskarzewski from OuterLife. Hey, man, what's up?
Hey, thank you for the invitation.
Yeah, I think that episode will be quite interesting for all of you guys because you might have seen from demo of OuterLife some time ago. This project is looking really, really good. So, welcome to the family, Paweł, first of all. And it's super cool to have you joining our modular infrastructure and blockchain, contribute to our treasury. But first of all, let us know what OuterLife is about. What is your vision for the project? What makes it so special? Let's go.
So I will start with a couple of things and how did it started with another company, which is Playway. So Playway is a mother of that idea. Playway is the company that is publicly listed gaming company with over 100 different subsidiary gaming studios. Amongst those 100 studios, 30% are also publicly listed. Those 100 studios released so far over 200 games and have 70 more in production as we speak. You can check it on Steam. All those games are being listed there. And these 200 games were able to be played by over 100 million players and 20 million active ones as we speak, which means that it's a big company, one of the biggest ones in the world, especially in the simulator sector, because most of the games that Playway is producing are simulators. And some time ago, the conversation started with Playway representatives, and this conversation was about building a new world, a new open world game, which will combine all those 200 different gameplays, all those 200 different games that are completely in different worlds together in one world. And this world is actually OuterLife. So OuterLife is basically a combination of those 200 games that have been released so far by Playway company, which are mainly single player games, and within one world, which is going to be game itself. It's not going to be a metaverse. It's not going to be just a launcher for the games. It's going to be game itself with quests, with different things built in, with leaderboards, with challenges, with a lot of different things to enhance capabilities of those single player games to become multiplayer and to provide different types of fun for the users that have been playing this before.
Wow, I think that the most impressive thing about OuterLife is those all numbers. One of the most exciting ones is that was the one that I was not aware of, that basically 10% of the Steam wishlist games are produced by one of Playway's subsidiary companies. They are producing so many games at the same time, thanks to the fact that they are controlling more than 100 gaming studios. And another very exciting thing is that those games are going to be integrated with OuterLife. There might be up to 100 games integrated with the OuterLife world, which means that the total development time of the OuterLife is more than 100 years, considering that every single game took at least 1 year to produce. I think that's something really crazy. So if you could tell us, Paweł, how those games are, let's say, how basically OuterLife is leveraging the Playway know-how within OuterLife development.
So as we all know, it's a big challenge in Web3 space, especially in the gaming Web3 space, to acquire users, because there are a couple of challenges and a couple of issues that we have in here. One of this is entry point for every user. So this is onboarding of the user. So we need to understand what the wallet is, how to operate, the gas fees, this and that. It's tough. Like users in Web3 understand that, but users in Web2 do not understand. And the size of the gaming industry worldwide is 3.5 billion players, which is a lot. It's a big one. So in crypto, we have just a fraction of those. So as the main user base of Playway are Web2 users, the most important element is going to be easy onboarding. And that's how we will manage this together with you guys as well, to integrate your infrastructure within OuterLife to have easy onboarding of Web2 users to Web3. But this is one of the elements. Another one is like Playway mastered user acquisition to their games in Web2 market. So we want to use this capabilities, this knowledge they have, to provide to OuterLife a big user base that is going to be important for the plans that we have in our heads, as I said, challenges, tournaments, different things. So so this is another element. So they mastered user acquisition, which is super tough in crypto, and they made it like super easy in Web2. And as we're gonna have this connector between Web2 and Web3, we can onboard both of those sites. So so that's another element of Playway. The third thing is their games are fun, are playable. So with having access to the whole IP and 200 different games, 200 different productions, even more than 200, we can work with the most playable ones, with the ones that provided people the most joy. So integrating those productions will provide something that many companies in the past were struggling with. So a gameplay that is enjoyable for the player, that is keeping them in our world because of the gameplay, not because only of the airdrops or any other thing. So that's also super important, because we want those users to come back to our world. So with having access to this whole to those all resources, to this whole IP, and to this whole knowledge that Playway was able to master during the years when they were releasing games on the market, we want to leverage this while building OuterLife. So that's our strategy also on this Playway side and the resources they have.
Yes, definitely. I think the user acquisition is the biggest challenge in front of the Web3 space, and I'm really happy that to discover that such a big gaming studios are engaging within the Web3 space. It is obviously a very interesting bet, as this trend is new. Not every single gaming company is developing right now, but a lot of them are exploring. So big shout out to Playway and OuterLife to work on that. I'm really curious. Also, what was the reason to build OuterLife on blockchain? Are there any elements which are enhancing, which are supporting the gaming experience? Because that's something which everyone is asking themselves. Is it really worth to build your game on blockchain? Why? So these are the questions that I'm really interested. How OuterLife is leveraging blockchain to deliver their game.
Yeah. So a long conversation if OuterLife should or should not use blockchain for its ecosystem. Sorry, and the answer was obvious. Once we have 200 different games, and we want to have those interoperable in-game assets, and we want to have those assets on secondary markets in the same way as CSGO is doing with skins, for example, then I believe blockchain is one of the very rare, but one of the best choice with this secondary market ecosystem, with the whole tokenization space that is building right now. So that's one of the elements that might make it easier for us to have this interoperability between those games. The second thing is, as we want to have those tournaments, as we want to have those challenges between users. Settlement of such operation is crucial thing. Having settlements on Web 2 is going to be a tough thing because of how you are going to manage all of those elements. Having settlements on the blockchain is super easy because this is a native thing for the blockchain, settlements and instant transactions. So that's why we are also choosing that. And the third thing is because we can create economy around the game that we can take out of the game and put into real world. So basically, in most cases, in most of the games in Web 2 world, we have those beautifully built economies. One of the examples that a lot of people might know is Tibia, which is like very old MMORPG game that exists till today. People are playing this. There is a super complex economy there, but this economy exists only within the game. So if we can get out the economy out of the game and put into traditional market, peg this to the traditional currencies, apparently we are having a machine where we can make this a way for people to make money because they can play those games, they can trade those characters, they can trade those in-game assets on the secondary market. And it's done already on traditional market, but people are trying to hide themselves from the transactions they are doing. Like if you have a high level character in TBI, you can sell it on I don't know, any kind of marketplace, but without your name, because then you're gonna be banned, etc. So we are making this natively available, and that's why we want to use the blockchain. So those are the three main reasons why we are going to use it.
Yeah, in my opinion, especially for simulator games, blockchain is a perfect solution. Where you have a lot of items that are slightly different, like NFTs, for example, with tiers, different traits and stuff. And then actually making those games interoperable, that sounds kind of exciting. Imagine, I don't know, you're a fisherman, and then you're also crafting your car in the garage. You go fishing with your car that you're working on. I don't know. But actually, I would really love to hear an example of how you're planning to merge these games into one world, you know? Like, do you have any...
No problem. So it was not an easy thing, but what we figured out is that integrating those games within the world, the OuterLife world, which is a game itself as well, is going to be a challenge. So, in the future, we can have also other companies that will work with our platform. So not only Playway games, but also other simulators that are in the world. So we thought that we should start from an engine. And this is something that we figure out. This is something we call Infinite Extension Engine. And this engine allows us, with set of APIs, SDKs, to expose different integration elements to the games. So those games can use those SDKs, can use those APIs, this Infinite Extension Engine, to change the game, to communicate with the main world, to speak to it with the information about the resources that has been gathered within the game, how long someone was playing the game, what happened within that game, what kind of in-game items has been created during that gameplay, and to show everything in the world that is putting all of these elements together. So in OuterLife, and to allow people with those in-game items and everything that has been gathered with those resources to craft items within the main world, to create those items, to use then those items to play OuterLife or any kind of those subsidiary games that are being integrated. So we thought about this more in form of a framework than in form of integrating each and single one of the games. And there is also another challenge that we faced. It's a rebalancing of those in-game items. So the very important element of the whole world is going to be rebalancing. So every single game that will gonna be integrated in the future with our world needs to do this together with the person that is responsible for rebalancing with an OuterLife. Why? Because we don't want someone else to connect their game to the OuterLife and to start creating assets that are 10 times better than everything else that ever has been created in the game. So this needs to keep the balance. So that's going to be important element. And we are speaking for a very long time how we should achieve that. And finally, I believe we have a pretty clear idea. So those were the challenges, and those were solutions that we implemented in here to be able to onboard not only Playway games, but basically any amount of games that are going to be available on the market and would like to work with us.
Yes, like I see that Yellow Boy the list is writing in the comment section that for him OuterLife seems like Ready Player One Oasis World. For me, if I can say, well, what is inspiring me around OuterLife is that it is kind of the GTA 5 open world where you can do whatever you want. So this is like, let's say, similar to the Oasis world. And another thing which is making me really bullish about OuterLife is that you guys took a big inspiration from the For All Mankind series. I'm sharing my screen right now. I am a very big fan of this TV series on which is available on Apple TV. It's not a sponsor segment, but what I really like is that the outer life is the imagination of the future world where Soviet Union, USA are keeping the competition to explore the space. So this is the imagination of the future where those countries are still competing with themselves to colonize the whole space. So I'm really curious if you can add something more on top of that.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, that's true that we've been inspired with For All Mankind, and I hope you like the the series. Did you watch the
Yeah,
last
I
season?
need to admit that once you told me about this TV series, I spent literally my whole holiday watching it, and I'm still in the third, let's say, season. But this is a very nice inspiration, to be honest.
Yeah. So why we inspired with such a thing? Because you have a lot of space operas, space shooters, space games that are happening out there. But as we wanted to create an open world, Star Heroes, of course. We wanted to create an open world MMORPG. We thought that we should have this kind of like back idea that is baking the whole game, the spine that is connecting all those elements together. And when we started having this conversation, okay, what should be our lore? What should be our main thing? The interesting idea that popped out was like to start playing and having this idea that is going to be based on emotions, and like everyone in the world have those emotions to different things, and the space is one of that. Like we see the success of all the movies that are happening in space, Interstellar and others that were following that. So we know that people like that genre. So that was the first choice, and the second one was okay. So what we can do? Like everyone was building a game that about what happened after the Cold War, this and that. And we thought, okay, but what if the Cold War never ended? That what if those big countries are still competing to each other, and they are even combined into those, let's say, groups of countries, like the democratic ones, the not democratic ones, and they are competing in the space, and they are much more far advanced. And the Cold War exists for the last 100 years, not only for 20 or 30 years before in 50s, 60s, etc. And that's how we came out with that idea. And the beautiful representation of that is exactly for all mankind, because they are showing exactly what we are speaking. So what would happen if Russia would land on the moon first before the US? And that's why we also were inspired a little bit by that, because they were showing few interesting directions where we can put our narrative in. And this is rare, because most of the games are not speculating on the future. They have some like turbo created from scratch future, or they're continuing what was happening so far and expanding this a little bit. But very often we see this narrative where we have the past, the Cold War that never ended. I've seen this like 3 times, and twice it was not in the games, but it was in movies or series. So that's why.
Yes, and I believe that there are a lot of Web3 games which struggle to find a good market fit. Their lore is not interesting at all. And what is really exciting for me about OuterLife is, first of all, there is more than 20 million players from the Playway, which are already, let's say, the future user base of this game. And apart from this, thanks to the very exciting lore, there is another bunch of the people all around the world who are the fans of NASA, who are the fans of Soviet Union, of Chinese Republic, because these are the, whenever you release the game which is based on the war motive, like War Thunder, like Medal of Honor, all the people who are from these countries are, let's say, very connected to the game because they feel like they are playing for their country, and I don't really care about whether whichever country you represent, but you cannot undermine this element within the game. I believe that a lot of people from USA, from China, and from Russia will be automatically interested to play OuterLife because this is the way how they can visualize the future of their countries. So that's something very interesting to me.
Yep, 100%.
Okay, guys. So I think that this panel is coming to the end. Thank you, Pavel, for your time. Just a quick reminder that GameSwift and OuterLife have announced a mutual strategic partnership. First of all, OuterLife is going to take advantage of GameSwift technology to provide seamless user experience, to build their own DApp-specific chain within GameSwift modular blockchain, and to contribute to our treasury, which I believe is another exciting announcement for GSWIFT stakers who are very happy after Star Heroes airdrop, but they are anticipating even more than that. So having one of basically the biggest gaming simulator studio in the world to contribute to this treasury is something really, really interesting. Paul, one more time, thank you for your time, and I believe this is not going to be our last conversation, but only the first.
It's just a start. Thank you very much. See you soon.
Thanks a lot. And thanks, Pan, for the smooth transition to the topic of GSWIFT staking, because this is the second point on our agenda. And actually, as you said, OuterLife is one of 2 projects that we have just announced as those that will contribute to the GameSwift treasury, which means airdrops for GSWIFT stakers. So maybe you could share some stats. Actually,
yes.
First thing, how was your vacation, man?
I see some comments on the chat that it seems like Pan is refreshed, and this is 100% true. I am back. I recharged my batteries, and I'm fully committed to work around GameSwift for the next weeks, months, and years. And yeah, it was very good. I need to admit that my target was to totally cut the Twitter, cut the Telegram, not to track anything around crypto. Obviously, I failed in the last 2 days. It was really hard for me to totally forget about it. But I was keeping the track of the GSP statistics because that was really curious to me whether how many people will lock their GSWIFT tokens. And what is very exciting is that we experience almost 10 million GSWIFT tokens, additional GSWIFT tokens to be locked, bringing in total 31.5 million GSWIFT tokens to be locked in GS Space 2, which is really, really nice, especially considering that those tokens are outside the circulation. The unstaking period is taking last for 3 months. The kind reminder is that you can keep the track of the statistics around GSWIFT token on Dune Analytics from Pan Pilot. I'm going to probably share the link in the chat. Kubasku, is my internet connection working well or not?
Yeah.
It's good. Okay, because I had some lag. So yeah, long story short, shout out to you guys that you once again put your trust in us. Obviously, it doesn't come as the surprise, since Star Heroes airdrop for GSWIFT stakers was the record-breaking airdrop, one of the best ever. And for in some cases, GSWIFT stakers experience even 6 digits airdrop. So also a very good in the Wellcraft. So I'm seeing your eyes, Kubasku. So you've been thinking, how 6 digits? But yeah, that's true. Anyone staking the Wellcraft received more than 120,000 tokens. So considering that Star Heroes was up to $1, it's a 6 digit airdrop. So yeah, that's crazy, and this is showing the very strong utility of GSWIFT token, because when I think about utility in crypto, let's be honest with each other. There are not many protocols having real utility. Most of the crypto game is based on the marketing, on the market making. So when I take a look at the GameSwift, and when I consider that GSWIFT stakers, by locking their tokens, are expecting the future airdrops of the projects cooperating with GameSwift, this is the real utility. And especially when you consider that the number of projects contributing to our treasury with the airdrop to our stakers is increasing, especially thanks to the success story of Star Heroes. You guys are the diamond hand players. Even though that we distributed a record-breaking airdrop from Star Heroes price action was still very successful, and your engagement was crazy around the game. So thanks to this, there are more and more projects contributing to this treasury. During my holiday, there were 3 projects, 3 next airdrops to be announced. OuterLife was one of them. Another one was the Jungle Art. So and the third art is yet to be announced, but I can already confirm that literally during my holiday I secured another airdrop for you. So this is basically the beginning of our process, and I can leak to you that when how I envision the future of GameSwift ecosystem is that we are going to leverage our know-how and you as our community to incubate future projects which are going to contribute with their tokens with the airdrop to GSWIFT stakers. Because when you consider that you start to develop or you already developed your product in the Web3 space, what you are seeking for? You are seeking for the end users, for the community. You can have the best product, but when you don't have any community around it, it means nothing. So thanks to the fact that we built together something very special, one of the most engaged community in the Web3 space. I can see this in Mavia game. I can see this in Neon Heroes. GS Army is everywhere. So this is engaging the new projects to approach us and we are sharing our know-how. As you know, we've already contributed to GSWIFT listing, to Star Heroes listing. This is our proof of success. So we have a lot of know-how within the board management of GameSwift, and we are leveraging this know-how to support those projects. So this is marketing, this is community, and this is like priceless know-how which is supporting those games, and this is why I believe that this is the future of GameSwift. This is how I envision the future, that we are going to be fully committed towards developing the horizontal ecosystem of projects powered by GameSwift, incubated by GameSwift. Just to give you a quick example, probably just after my holiday, I was scrolling the Twitter, and there was a Vitalik Buterin tweet about meme coins. And I was really curious. Okay, what is in here? What is the Vitalik take on the meme coins? So when you read this article, what you can read, unfortunately, this article is not loading. But long story short, the Vitalik is, let's say, trying to understand the natural sentiment around meme coins. He's fully aware that a lot of them are scam, and he's been trying to find the utility for meme coins and new methods of how to do something good with meme coins. And there are basically the two narratives which Vitalik finds interesting. The first are charity coins, which is a very good idea in my opinion, and the second motive are the Robin Hood games. And when I read this paragraph about that Vitalik is very bullish about meme coins based on Robin Hood games motive, I said, like, oh my god, this is crazy, since literally one of the GameSwift incubated projects, which is Doggin Hood, is been working on that for at least 4 months before Vitalik tweeted about it. And you know what's usually happen after Vitalik or anyone famous in the crypto space is tweeting something. There's almost immediately a new wave of meme coins around that topics. So considering that Doggin Hood is not a copycat, this is something that was inspired by Vitalik, but it is something which basically front run the Vitalik vision. If you take a look at the moment when this Twitter has been founded, it's January 2024. If you take a look at the website, it is impossible to deliver this kind of highest quality website within 4 hours after the Vitalik tweet. So this is the real proof that the people from GameSwift community, because all the projects incubated or powered by GameSwift are not necessarily developed by our developers. Our developers are sharing their know-how, trying to support, but we are incubating other ambitious people trying to do something great, something innovative, and having the official meme coin powered by GameSwift, in my opinion, is a perfect opportunity to promote GameSwift modular blockchain. I need to admit, to be completely honest, that we took some inspiration from Entangle. I am very, very big fan of their marketing. They had something called Borpa, which is the officially incubated meme coin by them. So when 4 months ago, the Doggin Hood came to us that they seek for incubation, I said, why not? Why not? Why not incubating the meme coin to promote GameSwift modular blockchain? But first and foremost, what I asked them that, guys, this cannot be another, simple dog or cat meme. There needs to be something special about it. And they came up with Robin Hood game motif. And I thought that, yeah, this is it. The problem is that there is not a narrative around it. But then after the Vitalik tweet, it looks like the founder of Ethereum has written the narrative for Dog in Hood. So stay tuned. I think that GSWIFT stakers might be really happy about this meme coin, and I'm really curious how it's going to finish. Please remember that this is not financial advice, that all the meme coins are extremely risky, but I'm really happy to basically experiment with new things, with new methods of marketing. I need to admit that I was a little bit pessimistic around meme coins in the previous market cycle, but then I came to the conclusion that, okay, I am pessimistic, but at the end of the day, I am also investing in them. And everybody who is, let's say, bearish about them, because everybody is investing in them. So why not taking advantage of this movement, especially that those meme coins are becoming more and more interesting, and leverage to promote GameSwift modular blockchains. Yeah, so sorry, that was a long speech, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, Pan, what did Vitalik find so special about the Robin Hood theme? Because the charity tokens, I understand, they're for charity. And here, what's the general idea? It's just about the theme of Robin Hood because he likes it, or there's some special, I don't know, mechanisms behind that, or?
Yeah, so the way how he sees the Robin Hood games is that you can basically create the game, and the game which is fun, which is meaningful, and leverage this in a very special way for example that if you want to get allocation in some public sale, you need to play this game, which is kind of the play to invest, play to receive allocation, which is very interesting take, and that's exactly in line of the idea of Dog in Hood founders when they oh my god, can you hear the drill?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, so I maybe we'll be back to the Robin Hood games take to the Vitalik take on Robin Hood games. Kubasku, it's your time to shine.
Yeah, maybe it's the Robin Hood team itself, just drilling somewhere in your wall over there. Okay, but I can take over, guys, for now. Maybe I will just get back a little bit to the topic of OuterLife, because there is a new GameSwift campaign going on right now. It's called the Modular Saga campaign. Pan is not with me anymore. So, guys, the first campaign is focusing on Alaska Gold Rush, and it's still ongoing, so you can still join it, and you would be rewarded with special weapon skins, among other rewards. Just head to our Twitter, GameSwift Twitter, to check it out. But there's a second campaign going on with OuterLife, which will also fully integrate with GameSwift. So if you want to know more about OuterLife, just scroll back to the beginning of this Townhall. But I have a feeling that it's gonna be worth it. So closing this topic, I'll move a little bit forward to the other two news that we have. Pan is not with us anymore, but he would be perfect actually to talk a little bit more about the GameSwift chain, because we guys have just ended our internal dev tests, which is called internal devnet. It's already completed, and it's very good news because it means that the public testnet shall soon be launched somewhere in April, as far as I know. And the mainnet, of course, will follow with GameSwift as the gas native token of the chain. which adds, I think, quite a strong utility to this. Another news regarding the chain is that actually we're going to use the new technology from Polygon. It's the CDK1. If you're interested in the details, please head to, not me, not now. We'll have a separate town hall dedicated to this topic. What else, guys? I feel a little bit lonely here. Maybe I should do something stupid. But actually, no, maybe let's do something. Let's go on with the agenda points right now, because
maybe you're a one-man band, right? So
yeah, but I'm
you
like,
can make some sketch, some stand-up. Yes, please do something.
sit down, because it's more about. But actually, guys, I just came back to my family house. It's new.
The drill is back.
Yeah, you have to speak only when Robin Hood is not drilling, man. So that's the challenge right now.
Yeah, somebody is drilling basically into the GameSwift treasury, trying to put his hands on it, but I'm not going to let him do that. Don't worry, guys. Maybe Kubasku, it's a perfect opportunity for you to present the ambassadors of the week, because and the top contributors.
Of course, but you gotta help me with screening these things, because I'm on my phone right now, so you could be showing the accounts of our winners. So, guys, another week, another ambassadors of the week competition. Last week, all in all, we had over 3,200,000 views all in all, and this is really big. It means that your work reached over 3 million people. It's fucking awesome. Let's be honest. So the number 5, you're already showing the very winner. Okay, and so you already know who won. It was Crypto DeFi with 1,800,000 views and with 5 posts. I don't know how you did it, man, but you did pretty well. So,
yeah, guys, just take a look at this post that I'm sharing. It's almost 1 million views under it. It's crazy.
Actually, this is our goal at Star Heroes and GameSwift to have such outreach right now. So, Crypto DeFi, maybe we should talk after the town hall. But we also have to highlight the other super active ambassadors. The second place goes to DeFi Mark 7 with almost just slightly below 1 million views in 10 posts. So please follow this guy too, because he deserves it. Then I think I've seen this name for some time already here, Mr. McDonald. Weren't you the winner last week? Sorry, I remembered McDonald name. Maybe I just ate at McDonald's. But anyways, 4 posts, 180,000 views. Maybe you'll find something especially unique there, Pan. Otherwise,
yeah, I'm in the drill mode, so you need to be one-man band.
Yeah, okay, but still, I'm looking at this post, and it refers to the live event with
Neo Tokyo and Blockchain Game Alliance. That's another bullish announcement from ourselves. Can you talk a little bit about this? Because yesterday the drill is over, guys. So yeah, basically we have announced the cooperation with Neo Tokyo and Blockchain Game Alliance. We are, let's say, working together to come up with one of the most exciting gaming events in Dubai during Token 2049. This is going to be a really VIP event for the top contributors around the world, around the Web3 gaming space. So if you feel that you are one of them, please leave a message in our DM. We will consider sending the invitation. But yeah, definitely, I'm really big shout out to our business development team for organizing this event, because this was the GameSwift initiative to do so. And big shout out that they onboarded Neo Tokyo, one of the most engaged Web3 gaming community, and Blockchain Gaming Alliance, which is a very big company supporting and integrating gaming companies, like even Ubisoft is a member of the Blockchain Game Alliance. So I'm really glad that GameSwift is starting to cooperate with those companies.
Yeah, the Token 2049 conference is in Dubai on the 18th and 19th of April, and our live party is on the 18th. Correct me.
Our 17th, the 17th is probably the date. Don't miss the boat, Kubasco. The fourth place is going to Monica. Monica was the ambassador of the week before I went for my holiday. So also big shout out to you, Monica, once again. You keep delivering. And John Peace is another really good content creator around GameSwift. Almost 100,000 views under one tweet. So big shout out to you, Johnny. Keep doing great work.
Yeah, and it is a longer post. It doesn't have to be a thread. It doesn't have to be a long thread of posts. Just one long post to the point. I like this formula, by the way. A long post where you can really find all the info, and it's
like the problem is that I think that Twitter algorithm is still preferring the long threads where you tweet a couple of tweets in the long thread. It's not like that fun to read. I'm also the fan of the one tweet. Of course, you need to have the premium account on the Twitter, but I think that's why this feature has been introduced. Speaking of private, Piotrek86 is asking, will there be any idea or private allocations for GSP stakers of projects incubated by GS? Yes, guys, let's burn the chat. Let us know in the comment section if you want to have it. Then I will be fully committed to engaged and convince our incubated projects to contribute with those private allocations. Of course, at the end of the day, you are to bear the risk of any investment. It's not financial advice, but if you treat that this could be a very decent utility for GSWIFT, this is definitely something to consider. And I may leak that some conversations around it have already started with OuterLife. So just let us know, guys, if you are interested.
Yeah, actually, there is one idea coming from a project that is incubated by GameSwift. But actually, this is not for GSwift stakers, but for Sparta stakers, as this is the idea of Jungle Art.
Oh yes, Jungle Art was the airdrop announced at the moment where I was probably at the holiday, but this is definitely powered by GameSwift. It's becoming the brand. So this is something that we try to share our know-how to support those creators, those entrepreneurs, and I cannot basically say that it is basically I cannot guarantee anything, but what I can guarantee is that we keep trying to share our best practices, best know-how to support any project powered by GameSwift, and Jungle Art is definitely one of them. Speaking of know-how and partnerships, this one is also really worth to screen share, and this is the partnership with Ogzu. This project is starting to get really nice traction, guys. If you are the GSWIFT army member and you are still not following them, oh my god, this might be a really big mistake, because you might missed maybe some murder, maybe something. So yeah, just follow. I can reveal that there are really strong backers behind Ogzu. And I'm really also glad to keep cooperating with Mobi. It was the Star Heroes idea to be the first, let's say, playground for us to cooperate with Mobi, and we've been very happy and try to exchange deal flow between both projects. So I'm also a very big fan of the Mobi, as they are trying to make ICS great again, and they came up with Oxu to GameSwift, which is also becoming incubated by us. So that's another proof for you guys that your engagement is really worth it. If you know, just take a look BTC incubated by GameSwift, I'm in, right? Sounds okay. And these comments are, let's say, bringing more and more projects coming to GameSwift, sharing their tokens for the airdrop, cooperating in some way. So your engagement is really making a difference, guys.
Yeah, and look how bullish Professor Farmer is. He commented with "sounds okay."
Yeah, for him it's really bullish.
Yeah,
guys, but I keep speaking about Star Heroes. I know that you guys have another another town hall on probably on Thursday, but Kubasku, can you reveal something, maybe one bullish thing about Star Heroes which came to your mind just for the end of the stream?
for the end of the stream, guys. April, the month of Star Heroes. This is basically what comes to mind, because there's a couple of bullish events that are coming. Actually, we can't wait to reveal a roadmap video to you that will show you the path somehow, and it's actually beautiful, made by Andrea, our maestro. But the thing is, Case, that first, maybe, yeah, the first thing, gamified already. Yeah. What? Yeah, first bullish events, guys. Already tomorrow you'll be able to finally stake your star tokens.
Is it by stake forget?
No, it's actually stake and get a pole position in public access season 1.
Perfect. But yeah, today I spoke with Professor Farmer, and there is and like we've been analyzing the Star Heroes sentiment, Star Heroes tokenomics. Some people are still struggling to observe that 1/3 of their tokens are locked in the war chest. This is like increasing the FDV, but there is a very decent idea which came to my mind what we can do with it. And Professor is bullish about this idea. I think we haven't passed it to you, Basku, so that's why you are surprised. But let's basically, I cannot reveal it, but I'm having some crazy idea how to, let's say, make star tokenomics even more deflationary. So stay tuned, because maybe we are going to reveal it. Well, like, we are kind of the team which is full of ideas, especially now when I'm back from the holiday and I have my batteries recharged. I am full of energy, full of ideas. But what is really interesting about those ideas is that from idea to execution, there is a very short path. We are like in the delivery mode. We are having great teams. So I wouldn't be surprised if within the next 2 weeks, this idea will be delivered. So stay tuned.
Yeah, sometimes if you're wondering why are they not announcing everything in long advance, so that it's just not a good idea, because we have always better ideas, and in the end try to brainstorm all of these and pick the best one, which are most bullish for both the community, the token, and the game itself. And so I'm really curious what you have in mind right now. But what I know right now is that tomorrow the gamified staking is launching, which gives you an opportunity to stake your token in different pools with increasing APYs, which also will actually foster your hero progression later in the game, and also help you unlock your second part of the airdrop. So quite
And this gamified staking is another proof that from our ideas to execution, it is really short time, because we can. I think that we can reveal that at the first glance, we planned to release a standard staking for Star Heroes, but then we sit down with Professor Farmer to think how we can make this staking unique, how we can make it very special. And it was like 3 weeks ago. Now there's execution. Now our brilliant developers, our heroes, have delivered this staking feature. So I'm really curious what's going to be your feedback on that. But this is pretty unique.
Yeah, and I think that this is the most important milestone that we have to announce right now. The next ones are coming, guys, but this month, all the cards, not all the cards, but the game will be accessible to you by the end.
Game premiere is coming.
Yeah, I wanted to say,
I'm not putting the pressure on you developers, but it is a big reveal, big premiere. We'll finally be able to open access Star Heroes and test every single element of the tier progression system designed by Toit Weidemann from ex-Ubisoft. This is going to be very special.
very scary, man. It's like not this game, but we could make a horror game. Yeah, but also, this is the big event. We will also have the mint of heroes, and there will be a dedicated web app, which is actually a game in the game, a separate one that lets you to develop your heroes, to increase their experience points, level them up, and then give them real value in the game and outside of it as a result. But then we also have one huge milestone in mind, which is the fucking biggest ever esports tournament in the history of Web3 gaming. So imagine that, now this month will be packed with milestones that are really like bullish for the token, for the game itself. And then this is the real ace, and I can't wait for the preparations for this tournament. It's gonna be a fascinating long journey. But for now, guys, stake your tokens tomorrow. There's one important thing, guys, and I think I need to underline.
NFA is that important thing.
Yeah, that actually we have decided to introduce like a multiplier boost for those who stake during the first day, the first 24 hours. If you do it within the first 24 hours, you'll get 10x multiplier boost, regardless of the pool. So NFA, exactly. So I think the 10% boost, if you think of what happened with map charts, and how profitable it was actually to buy them initially, the faster, the better. It's exactly the same case right now. So the 24 hours period will start tomorrow at 4 p.m. UTC. And 10x, it's a lot. What is it? Is it the GameSwift symbol lit up in the background?
Yes, because that's the final conclusion, that this is the end of the show. We are, let's say, turning off the live bulb, the live light, but it doesn't mean that we are turning off the bullish light for GameSwift and Star Heroes. It is starting to shine, starting to bright. Thank you, guys, and see you next week.
Thanks a lot, guys.